Hello and welcome to the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp 3-point contest. Levi Flores, Mario Ramos. We have three great rounds ahead of us. I'm a little out of breath. I was just trying to face off against the current D1 college hooper. And let me tell you, it is one of the hardest things to do, especially when you haven't played basketball since 8th grade. But that just tells you how good that D1 college hoopers are.
A lot of ballers out here at the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. Looking forward to seeing some of them go beyond the three-point line, try to win this three-point contest. We have three levels of shooters. We'll have our NBA division up first. That's our boys 4th through 6th grade division, followed by our D-League division, which is our middle school division. And the nightcap will be the G-League, our boys high school basketball division in this three-point shootout.
NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Through the past 3 days, all the campers out here playing the game of basketball like they're supposed to, of course. Tuesday morning, they learned what team they were going to be on for the rest of the week. And since then, they've been trying to learn how to play with each other and further their skills at the same time. But the three-point contest, sure, you might have your shooting form a little different because of yesterday's shooting drill and learning about the mechanics of your form. But today is really where it's an individual game. You're not in your team anymore. You're shooting individually, trying to bring home that three-point contest trophy. Like Mario said, we have the NBA division coming up first, which is the youngest of the division, 4th through 6th grade. And we do have some phenomenal younger three-point shooters here as well. Just because they're younger doesn't mean they can't shoot the ball. But the size difference, the muscle mass difference as well is a lot. So their form may not be perfect, but they have learned to shoot with that not so solid form. But in the next few years, they will get up to it. They will have the muscle. They'll have the form. And starting early is exactly what you're supposed to do so that it'll evolve into that perfect form.
Yeah, these youngsters still figuring out the game in a lot of different variety of ways. But they'll come out here and they'll have a different basketball to use. So their basketball will be a little bit smaller than what we'll be seeing from the other divisions. So a little bit of an advantage for them to try to assist them. Like you mentioned, their bodies, struggling sometimes to be able to shoot from range at this age. So they'll have that added advantage of having a little bit smaller basketball as they begin their round.
And that smaller basketball, like you've mentioned, is what is commonly used in the WNBA and women's basketball, the 28.5 size ball. On the court, you have 5 different racks of 5 balls apiece, total of 25 balls, but a total possible score of 27 with 2 money balls. Those money balls placed in the 3rd and 5th rack as the final ball. You cannot take the money ball early to get it out of reach. If you're running out of time, you can't shoot that money ball just because it has to be that last ball. Plus, of course, you have to make sure your feet are behind the line, set up each shot, and you only have 70 seconds to shoot all 25, so it's not a lot of time, but you have to be consistent and knock down the most. 2 rounds consisting of each division. The NBA division once again coming up first. Whoever has the 2 highest scores will go into the second round, and then the scores will be erased, eliminated, and they have to do it all over again. Whoever has the highest score then will then be the champion.
A lot of good shooters in this NBA division. Guys like Justin Zhang, Dominic Santana, Blake Bowersox, Rob Pye, DJ Nurnberg, CJ Brooks, set to make it rain from beyond the arc. Should be exciting, a lot of fun to watch here at the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
That should be yours. My favorite in this NBA division contest, just from what I've seen out there, is either Bader or Lemon. Lemon is a phenomenal three-point shooter, but he's kind of streaky. He has to make sure that he hits at least one.
Yeah, we'll see those guys later in the next round. Those guys are D-League players in this the NBA division. So we're looking at the gentlemen that you see up there on the screen. Those names, Zhang, Santana, Bowersox, Pye. Now you see him.
I apologize. Looking at the wrong paper there. In this division, I'll take back my claim, but in this division, Dominic Santana, he has great handles, he has great form, he is a great shooter, and as long as he knocks down a few, I think he'll come out with it. But that's just my opinion. I think from what I've seen the past 3 days that he will be that number 1 slot, but we could be proven wrong today.
Yeah, Santana, solid point guard out of Bakersfield. Turned some heads. Made some nice plays out here. I like a Rob Pye from San Jose as well. He just hit 3 3-pointers in our game earlier. We had here on youtube.com/NorCal Sports TV, NorCalSportsTV.com. So.
And Santana will be shooting first, so he will set the tone for all the players, which is a good and or a bad thing. When you set the tone, it could be a lower score than what other players think they can get, and at the same time, maybe you think you have enough when you don't really have enough to come out on top and go into the second round. All shooters will start from that far side. On the corner, no backboard is in play. You just have to go straight down the middle, have the lane, and have the perfect power because you don't really have help. The rim's not going to help you from this angle either.
So interesting, he's going to grab it from left to right, which might be different once he gets to that final rack. So we'll take a look at how that plays out. First shot on the way. Here we go.
Clock starts as soon as he releases that first ball, 70 seconds and counting. Not knocking down any yet, but you can tell by his form, his power, and his line, he is a great shooter. He just has to get that first one to fall.
Not afraid to take a good look, too. Doesn't take a lot of bad shots. Again, very solid point guard. There's the first one rattles home for Dominic, and we're on the board.
Dominic Santana with his teams. He's been wearing the fanciest shorts. He yesterday was wearing bright green shorts. Today he's in the blue camo, and we were talking about it earlier in the game with Jeremy Hurtado. He's easy to find on the court, so when his parents are watching, they know that, hey, that's my son right there.
And had the bright green shoes to match when he was here in the gym. Here's the first money ball on the way. That one off to the left.
Santana currently has 2 through 3 racks and only 15 seconds left to play. 10 seconds now on the clock, time ticking down. He's not going to find that last money ball, but he knocks down his third shot, just missing by mere inches. And that's going to sound the buzzer, not going to shoot the final rack. 3 points, the official score for Dominic Santana, the first shooter in the NBA division. But like we said earlier, it's all up to what the shooter can do at this time. Just because 3 may seem like a small score, when you have a possible 27, doesn't mean it is a small score. He's setting the tone for the rest of the players, and maybe they may get some cold feet and not be able to make more than that mark that he's already hit.
Yeah, good you mentioned that, the cold feet. These kids are shooting around a lot. They're getting some shots up. As we see Rob Pye up next. He's set to shoot. I like this kid out of San Jose. But back to my point, these kids shoot around a lot. Sometimes they're butter out there, butter cheese, straight money. But when the lights come on, things are a little bit different. Here we are being streamed live on youtube.com/NorCal Sports TV. Everybody in the gym, all eyes on you. Like you mentioned, those feet might get a little cold. We'll see how they work here for Rob Pye.
You've said a term that I'm not quite familiar with myself, but butter cheese. You care to explain, Mario?
That's right there. That's butter cheese. Levi, 3 ball from the corner pocket. Back to back. There's another example. I think you got it now.
With 2 already in the first rack, he's looking to surpass Santana with maybe the next few balls to a great score off 1 rack. If he can do that all the way around, he'll get at least 10. Through the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp 3-point contest that we've had, the first week of camp this year, Spencer Cubitt hit 19 of a possible 27 points. He hit 66% through those 25 balls. And Pye, I mean, he's hearing this and saying, hey, let me try that myself.
Here's the money ball. Straight away 3, a little short.
Pye has already surpassed Santana. Not guaranteed in the second round yet, but Santana on the chopping block.
Pye a little short on these last few. The legs coming into play. He just played a ball game a little while ago. So now he's getting over here to the money ball. He's going to try to put that one up.
And like we mentioned before the contest, if you try to shoot the money ball before it is the final shot, it will not count as 2. It will only count as 1. But that 5th and final ball, just in case you get it off in time, will count as 2. It's a smart play, but at the same time, you got to know the rules because it still only would have counted as 1.
I think it's just enticing. You see that pink basketball out there, so you want to go out there and fire. Here's a repeat camper from the CSTV Summer Basketball Camp, Blake Bowersox.
Walking up rather confidently.
I like a little strut. There you go, Blake.
Talking to the counselors and referees, asking questions. He's chewing gum. He's having a fun time. In that previous, Arav Pai hitting 5 shots. Bower Sox has to force a little more power into it, but we've seen him knock down threes.
Ooh, that one looked good, just a little short for Blake. Youngster out of Murphy's moving on to the second rack.
Steps up, floats it with that right arm. A common shooting form for smaller players, not only just for younger players in general, but also in the NBA. It's a smaller shooting form where they really force that shoulder forward when they shoot, get more of a floating motion. It gets the defense off their feet a little bit, and it makes the ball softer when it gets to the basket. So it really is a good shooting form, but it's not for bigger players just because shorter players can really get that ball in the good motion like Bower Sox is doing now.
Some butter cheese right before that money ball from Blake Bower Sox. He's got 2 in this round. He's still alive if he gets something going here down the stretch.
Less than 10 seconds. He's on the 4th rack.
Trying to go
he
glass.
Needs 3 to make it, or currently make it into the second round. This will be the final ball. Not going to do so. So unfortunately, Blake Bower Sox, he had a good run. He had a lot of great momentum, but he's not going to make it into that second and final round. Currently, it is Arav Pai with 5, Dominic Santana with 3, and Santana on the chopping block as we only have a few more people in this NBA division contest. Stepping up next is DJ Nurnberg. And Nurnberg, another one of those names where he's a guard-style position. His 3 ball can be on, it can be off, but 25 balls, you have to hit a few within that if you're Nurnberg.
And Nurnberg, a strong, solid combo guard out of San Jose. Had a solid game right before this 3-point contest here in the gym. Scored 12 points in the Supersonics victory. The shooting stroke looks really good. Nice follow through. Again, the only thing you question is the legs and the endurance to get these off. There's some butter cheese from DJ.
Gets his first one on rack 1. If he gets at least 1 per rack, he's going to do just fine. And he's surpassing that now. He has 3 and 2 racks. Almost had that third one.
Solid rack here for DJ. Finish it off. Almost had it.
Top rack, it has the money ball at the very end. You have a little use of the backboard as well, straight on. Don't be afraid to put a little more power onto it. Nurnberg really jumping across that line. He's setting behind it, and he's getting that extra push from the legs. Got another one, money ball short. He now has 4, though, which puts him into the second round and puts Dominic Santana packing back to the dorms.
Nurnberg from the wing. Nice butter cheese.
Now ties Arav Pai, surpasses that. He's in first with 6.
DJ.
Final rack, a few seconds, can get probably 2 more off. Short on that one, goes for the money ball. Remember, it won't count for 2. That'll only be 1 point, so that is 7 points for Nurnberg. And he goes into first place, soaring through. He surpasses Arav Pai by 2.
What a shooting performance by DJ Nurnberg. Sweet shooting guard got going on the wing racks, really helped him out. CJ Brooks is going to step up. Youngster out of Roseville. Nice to see CJ earlier before his game was out here running wind sprints, taking extra shots, doing everything he can to get pumped up for his Bobcats team. And Brooks is going to get started right away. As we are underway in CJ Brooks' round.
A slight rule change. A slight rule change from that previous round for DJ Nurnberg. They're going to allow the 2-pointer to count for the money ball, so he will now officially end with 8 points and surpass Arav Pai by 3, push himself into that first place spot.
Counselor Dante Washington going back over the rules. I think we're going to let that slide for the NBA division, but D-League and G-League, to your point, that money ball will not count unless it is shot at the end of the rack. So here's CJ Brooks.
CJ Brooks really pushing that power into it. Gets his first one.
2 in a row.
Count it, 2 in a row.
Okay. Oh, I thought that was going to go off the glass.
A few weeks ago, Scott Thomason joined me in the three-point contest, and he mentioned that 25 balls straight is not easy for any player, whether you're at this young of an age or even if you're in the NBA. So these younger players, 4th through 6th grade, tossing up 25 shots, trying to do it consistently, you have to appreciate that they're getting the ball there and only that far off from the hoop.
Yeah, we've yet to see any of these youngsters make it all the way through all 5 racks. So like Coach Thomason is saying, it's a toll.
He has 4. Pi has 5. This is his final ball to tie it up. No, doesn't get into the second round. Falls just shy. Great efforts from CJ Brooks, but maybe next year. Justin Jong will be the final in the NBA division of the preliminary round. Currently, DJ Nurnberg and Arav Pai still holding those top 2 spots. But Justin Jong, if he can knock down 5, it'll be a 3-way into the second round. Hey, Dante, second round. NBA division only going to have 1 round for this. So our three-point contest champion of the NBA division is DJ Nurnberg, and he'll be with me right now in just a second. DJ Nurnberg, our NBA Division three-point contest champion. Congratulations on your victory. You hit 8 out of a possible 27 points, and for a younger age like that, it's absolutely incredible how well you can shoot the 3 ball. What is your inspiration to shoot from deep three-point land?
Just like letting it fly, just like if nobody's guarding you, just shoot it.
And now, in your round, it was mostly near the end that you got most of your points. What went through your head as you arrived to that 5 mark and were tied up with Arav Pai, who was the current leader at the time? What was going through your head as you were trying to take the lead?
I was just focused on making the last shot, just getting ahead of him.
Awesome. And then what's your inspiration for basketball as well? Who brings you to the camp? Who forces you to go out there on the court and practice your game?
My dad.
Your dad?
Mostly.
Do you have anything to say to your dad?
Thank you for inspiring me and for always going hard on me.
Well, congratulations one more time on your three-point contest champion victory. I'm excited to see what you do for the rest of the week. And hopefully on Championship Friday, your team can bring home the champ.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick break here at the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camps. We have equipment change. We'll change out the balls. We'll be back with D-League three-point competition from the Sierra Outdoor School at the NCS Summer Basketball Camp.
NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp 3-point contest. The NBA division just finished up. Make sure you go back and watch that, see who the champion is. It was a fantastic round. It was only one round, but the winner had 8 points. So make sure you go back and watch who that was. Now we head into the D-League division, D-League division, the middle school boys, comprised mostly of 7th and 8th graders. And we're going to start off with Isaac Nicotero, a local boy out of Sonora, starting off with 1 point straight off the bat. Remember, 70 seconds is on the clock. You have 25 balls, a possible score of 27.
Isaac with some sweet SpongeBob and Patrick socks. Hopefully that helps him from beyond the arc. Let's get this one, that one just off the front rim. Moving on to the center rack.
Nicotero using that similar shooting motion that we saw in the first round, pushing that right shoulder forward, get that extra boost, that floater type shot. Although he has a little bit more power, and you could really tell as he knocks down 2 straight on that 4th rack. Really showing up in this second set.
Butter cheese on that rack as he moves over to the final rack. You see the difference. We move up here. In the last division, no one able to get through every single rack. Nicotero, the final rack with 7 seconds left.
Money ball, final ball, short and scoreless on the final, but 4 points will go on the board for Nicotero. He's survived the entire time. He got every single ball off. That's the first shooter that's been able to do that today. Granted, it was the NBA division. They had to take a little bit more time on each and every shot, but Nicotero gets through all 25, final score of 4. Now coming up, we have Stover, Dane Stover to be exact, just called his last game of the day. That's Dane Stover, D-A-N-E Stover. And Stover leads his team well. He's a point guard style player, plays with Carlin Eyrick, who's also in the competition. They work very well together. They move on fast breaks. They get open shots, and Stover has been known to knock down the 3 ball when he's open. And this entire competition is known for open threes.
Yeah, him and Eyrick are quite the 1-2 punch. This kid's a really good player. He's been one of my favorite players to watch, just the all-around game that he has. Gets his teammates involved. Also has a little killer instinct, attacks the basket, and then picks it up on the defensive end too. So just an all-around good player. A kid that I see big things coming from. And this money ball to really help in this competition, but he can't get that one to go. I don't think we've seen one yet, have we, Levi?
Money ball, no, not quite. We did hit that one in the NBA division. Shot it a little early. It did count for 2. At the time, it wasn't going to count, but in the end, final record was counted as a 2. Stover on the final rack. He's at 7. He bumps himself into first place in a near perfect rack at the end. Can he do it? Final ball. Oh. 9 points for Dane Stover. That final rack, 4 of 5 balls. And Isaac Nicotero on the chopping block with 4. And we still have Carlin Eyrick, who nearly won in a previous camp. We have Dan and Lemon. Judah Schaefer. We have plenty of 3-point shooters.
Carter Rhodes, Dylan Bader. Got a lot of good shooters left to go in this division. It's been a real good division. Games have been really competitive. A lot of back and forth action. There's a guy that could fill it up in a hurry, Carlin Eyrick.
And Eyrick, in his previous camp, he has to go last. And it was granted. That wish was granted for him. He went last. It came all the way down to the money ball, and he shot it. It was time frozen still, and the ball didn't go in, and he missed his chance at the championship. But hopefully this time he puts himself together. His previous game, he hit a few threes. He was looking good, and he tries to do that now in the contest as he just put 4 points through 2 racks.
Yeah, he dialed it in there, but he's falling back on his shots, kind of fading away. That one, now he's stepping into it. It's good to see. Left that one a little short, loose ball. Put back in the rack by Dante Washington. Struggling a little on this rack. He's got the money ball that can make up for it.
Yes! Carlin Eyrick knocks it through. The money ball, top of the rack. He's at 6. He bumps Nico Taro out of the contest. And Irick is the first player that we've seen through the three-point contest so far who has the power to put the ball up without any extraneous activity.
Yeah, he shoots it with relative ease. I mean, it's a jump shot, but he doesn't get up incredibly high.
Irick
a lot of power.
has now
really
tied
easy.
Stover. His final ball gets it off in time. No, not going to get it. So him and Stover currently tied at first with 9 points apiece. Carlin Irick looking good. Hopefully he gets into that second round. He goes every time for the three-point contest, and he just barely misses in the previous chances.
Looking for redemption. Carlin Irick came out firing. Got 10 on that one. Able to hit the money ball from the middle rack. He's in the lead in the D-League Division three-point competition.
Carter Rhodes.
So Carlin Irick, a little miscommunication on the score. That money ball did count for 2. It wasn't pressed at that time, so he bumps himself into first place. Still plenty of shooters to go, though. Not guaranteed quite yet, but it still puts him in good position as we now head to Carter Rhodes, who he's showing up on the court with ball handling skills. We know he can shoot, and when he's off the move, he doesn't shoot very well. But in this competition, he gets to set himself. He only has 70 seconds for all the balls, but as long as he sets, I think he could make a good competitor, too.
I think I got to disagree with that a little. This kid takes some tough off-balance shots, able to get in the lane, real herky-jerky inside. You know, some of those layups where it's off the left hand, off the left foot, maybe the wrong foot, able to kind of finish, but
there's no doubt inside the paint that he's a phenomenal finisher. But this is the 3-ball. You need that power. You need that finish. And I've just noticed that it's not quite on the mark when he's that far away from the hoop.
Butter cheese from the corner.
He has 2 on the first rack. Gets his first in the second. Taking his time shooting, watching that ball all the way through. And we mentioned it kind of last week with the FIBA balls that are now being used. The balls have been switched out to the full size. The FIBA balls, they're perfectly balanced. They're designed to be that way too. And you can really tell what is happening in your shot by the way the ball goes towards the hoop. If it's end over end, you're flicking that ball perfectly straight. But if there's a little twist to it, you know that something was wrong with it. Money ball off the mark. He has 5 through 3 racks, looking good so far, but the time is running short.
Yeah, he uses a lot more of his legs than Irick. You can see him getting down into a squat before each shot. So that could wear on you as you get down the stretch, taking some time. He's going to get to the money ball, and he's going to have to hurry. He's got 5 left to shoot.
Knocks down another. Won't get that one. This one won't go either. 7 points for Carter Rhodes. He's in third place, and he won't make it to the second round.
Really good point guard, Carter Rhodes. Been showing out at the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. Maybe not the performance he wanted, but he's been performing pretty well out here, leading his team.
Zayden Evanoff be the next to shoot. Wants to break that 10 mark, get himself into first place. You don't want to see yourself in second. You really don't, because it could just be one shot that knocks you out of that second round, and you'll be going to sleep thinking about that 1-3 ball that you could have hit and sent yourself into the championship. Evanoff misses the first. That 70 seconds going to go by very fast.
A little bit of a set shot for Evanoff. Youngster out of Ripon goes to Colony Oak. Shout out to the Cougars out there at Colony Oak.
Evanoff really forcing that ball forward towards the basket. He's kind of has that frozen rope angle at the basket, not a lot of arc. There's one that has the arc to it.
Oh, that one looked good. There's the money ball. Butter! Oh, I thought that was some butter cheese.
Still has yet to hit that first one. I know Evanoff has the power and he has the skill to get it. And there it is on the fourth rack. Just have to talk about it a little bit. 6 seconds on the clock. Final rack can get 1 or 2 more balls off. And this one won't count either. Evanoff, he does get on the board, but not enough to place himself in. 1 point for Zayden Evanoff. You see the scores currently. Irick with 10, Stover with 9, everyone else not in. But we have Bader, Lemon, and Schaefer. And I already told you my favorites from the previous round. I think Lemon is going to be a standout player that can really change this competition up and shake things going into the second round. But so can Bader. Bader, a great point guard player. We'll see what he can do, and he's going to go opposite side of the rack, pulling from right, going up onto his shoulder.
Bader, real lengthy point guard. Likes to take his defenders down into the post and punish them down there, but very capable of splashing three, as you see from here, getting out of the gates, ready to go.
If I'm part of the competition, what I'm saying right now is uh-oh. That's what I have to say. Uh-oh, Bader, he knocked down a few in that first rack.
Yeah, an intimidating first rack. A lot of butter cheese on that first rack for Dylan Bader.
The second round not doing so well for him. That wing just a shy shorter than the top rack. Rattles in the first there. Taking his time, you can tell he's getting just a little bit tired by the way he uses his legs. He's pushing off a little more, and there's the money ball. 7 points for Bader through 3 racks. 10 to tie first place.
Solid rack there in the middle. Had one that was short, but everything else looks very strong for Dylan Bader. He's looking great in this competition.
That's 9 points through 4 racks. He needs at least 1 to tie. He has a few seconds left. That's 10 points.
For the lead.
Gets another one off. Yes! 11 points for Bader. Pushes him into the first place podium. And Carlin Irick close behind with 10. And Dane Stover falls shy in the three-point contest. But there's still 2 more shooters to go before the second round. And Bader looking good, nearly guaranteeing himself a spot in the championship.
Heck of a shooting display by Dylan Bader. Got going, was hot from the get-go, stayed hot, able to finish sizzling hot, left the money ball on the table, but didn't matter because he's got the lead.
Now it is Dannon Lemon, number 2. Looks like he's going to go a little more fast-paced, reaching for that ball right as it releases from his hands.
I tell you what, this D-League is just chock full of good guard play. Here's another one. Young man out of Richmond right here. He's been playing excellent, really from the get-go. Splashing from the wing. 3 in a row. Oh! Halfway down.
Top rack now. He has 40 seconds to go. Still has both money balls if he can finish it off with that. Landis Spivey underneath the basket saying, oh, that's going in, that's going in. And Landis Spivey, a current D1 player, he knows the 3 ball quite well. He showed that in his junior college level, not just in D1 alone. He could help some of these players out too. 5 points, 15 seconds for 5 balls.
Falling back, shots are short. I see him finish at the rim. Got the money ball left.
Final ball just to finish off on a good note. Not doing so. 5 points for Dannon Lemon, and that score does not represent him well. I have seen him hit more than that in a game alone. And in this one, he's just going to fall shy and give it up to Judah Schaefer, who will be the final shooter. Judah Schaefer, if he gets 10, it'll be a 3-person second round. If he gets 12, it'll be a 2-person second round, even if he gets 11. It comes down to this for him. Carlin Irick is on the chopping block. Dylan Bader is safe. He's in the championship round no matter what.
Bader and Irick setting a high bar with 10 and 11. Schaefer getting going. Real good slashing guard. Capable of hitting from range. A bit of a set shot. Taking his time getting them up so we can see if he can make it through all the racks.
Imperfect first rack, heads to the second. He has a good form, but when he shoots, his right elbow, his shooting elbow is popping out just a little late. That's giving him a little extra power, but if he pushes that in, it's going to line it up just right for it to go straight down the line that he wants.
He's got it dialed in. That's 3 in a row for Judah Schaefer. Make it 4.
Making this a contest in the final seconds. 20 seconds now, money ball. The first one goes up and goes down. Judah Schaefer.
That keeps him in it. He's going to need to be perfect. There he goes.
Continues. Not a lot of time, 10 seconds. Now it's single digits. The referees are saying, hey, speed it up a little bit. You really need to go. Knocks down another. That's 8. And goes over trying to get one more ball off. And Judah Schaefer, although his final racks were near perfect, going to go to the bench and stay there for the rest of the competition. And we will see Dylan Bader and Carlin Eyrich facing off for the three-point contest championship of the D-League. And that's coming up in just a second from the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Carlin Eyrich and Dylan Bader, the final two in the D-League division. They forced their way into the championship round by a score of 11 and a score of 10. And Eyrich getting that second place in the first round, but it doesn't matter now. Scores are erased. They're wiped off the table. They're gone, gonzo, destroyed. And now Eyrich, he's competed in this competition multiple times throughout the years, and now he's trying to finally bring home the championship, and he wants it bad.
Carlin, a repeat camper. Kid who really stepped up his game. You recognize the face, but you didn't recognize the game when I saw him this year, because he is waves better than he was from last season. Just tell the amount of work he's putting in.
Three
showing off on this
straight.
rack.
He's going to get a 3 out of 5 rack on the second. He's pushing it up there, high arcing, gives a better shot to go straight through. These money balls are really going to come in handy if he could knock them down. Dylan Bader, those 11 points were huge in the first round. Maybe gets Eyrich off his game a little bit. He has 30 seconds for 10 balls, plenty of time.
Yeah, no need to rush. He's got to get himself into a rhythm. See if he can make something happen down the stretch. Got to put up a high number.
That's 5. He's halfway there. 6. 17 seconds for 5 balls. Can take his time just a little bit, but make sure you get all 5 off. There's another one. That's 7. He's going to get all the balls out. That's 8. Can tie his previous score at 10. No. So Carlin Eyrich, 8 points in round number 2. Remember, that 10 doesn't matter from the first round, and now it will be Dylan Bader. He had 11 in the first round, but Carlin Eyrich didn't do so hot in the second round, and Bader could maybe follow suit, or maybe it'll encourage him a little bit more to take home the champion.
It's not a bad number. Pretty solid performance there by Carlin Eyrich. The money balls are going to be crucial. Again, those are 2 points apiece. We'll see what kind of round Bader puts together. He got off to a hot start. A lot of points coming from that first rack. See how he does.
70 seconds left in the D-League three-point contest division. He knocks down 2 on the first rack, maybe a third. Yes!
Butter cheese!
Inching his way closer. Slowing down on the second rack. And just as I say that, of course, he knocks down another.
Oh, dodges that one and knocks it down.
5 points, 3 shy to tying.
Plenty of time, pace-wise, he's doing all right. Should be able to get through all the racks.
There's another one,
This
7
is for the
points.
Win. Oh!
26 seconds. Just 1 shy of tying.
Oh.
Nerves are starting to kick in. He's tied it up, 1 to win.
Oh!
Heading
Final
into the
rack.
final rack, 10 seconds. He needs 1 ball to fall.
He stopped and eyed the clock.
5 seconds now. Yes! Game for Bader.
He's gonna
And
put it up
that
for good
does
measure.
it. Dylan Bader, the 3-point contest champion of the D-League division, inching out in the final seconds. It took the final rack, one of the final shots, and now Dylan Bader will move on over. He'll come over with me. We'll ask him a few questions. Dylan Bader, our D-League Division 3-point contest champion. First round, 11 points. Second round, 9 points. You inched out in the very last seconds. Take home the trophy. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty good.
Now tell us what you went through out there. In the second round alone, you made your way into the first loud and clear. That second round, started shooting maybe not so hot. You hit 2 in the first rack. But what did you go through?
My legs were a little tired, so I had to get, I'd use my legs a little more, and it was kind of threw me off a little bit.
Now the D-League division, obviously, you're the best 3-point shooter. You just proved that a few seconds ago. But who's your inspiration for the 3-point ball?
Probably my coach, Mike.
Coach Mike, do you have any words for him?
Thank you.
Do you have any words for the NorCal fans? I mean, you're a champion now. What do you have to say?
Come over here. It's pretty fun.
Come over here. It's pretty fun. It's a shout-out to the camp itself. NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp 3-point contest champion, Dylan Bader.
Thank you.
Thank you. NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp 3-point contest. Levi Flores along with Mario Ramos. We went through the NBA division. We went through the D-League division. Make sure and go back and watch that at a later time. And stay tuned right here for the final and oldest division, the G League. It is the high school teams, freshmen all the way up through senior. And all of these guys have grown up watching Stephen Curry, Trae Young, Luka Doncic, phenomenal 3-point shooters, and they're going to try to replicate what they see on TV with those NBA players. So I'm excited to see all these players. We have a lot of shooters ahead. 2 rounds, the top 2 shooters will move into the second round and vie for the championship. But we have to go through that first round first, and they'll have 25 balls, 27 possible points through the 25 balls. There are 2 money balls, one at the top rack and one at the final rack, which are worth 2 points apiece. Dante Washington going over, talking to each and every player, making sure that they know the rules.
I thought that was a football team huddling up over there, but no, it's all the shooters that are getting ready for our three-point competition here in G League play. We got a bunch of them. There they are. I can't get through all those names. I'm going to let Dante do it.
We have Isaiah Rodriguez, a returning camper. Great three-point shooter last year. He had 365 days to improve his shooting, and we'll see if he did just that, which we already know he did, but let's see by how much.
We're not hearing the Vans. Interesting choice in footwear. We'll see how that impacts Isaiah coming out here to shoot. Yeah, really nice form from Isaiah. I like his game, super aggressive, really heady guard. Gets the first one to go from the corner spot. There's two.
Splashing through these balls, the wing, his favorite spot so far. He has 3 on that second rack, 2 on the first.
There's some butter
Top rack
cheese.
now. Has the money ball in just a moment. His first money ball looks good, is good. Throws the dart, gets the bullseye, moves on to the fourth rack with 9. Just keeps going. Shot after shot after shot. Rodriguez can't miss.
Tell you what, he's setting quite a mark. Got all the guys at half court looking around like, dang, this dude came out of the gates ready to go. That's what it's going to be like. I better bring my A game.
He's taking people out of the competition without even being really in the competition.
Yeah, I'm not
10
even
seconds.
sure he's broken a sweat. He's shooting the ball with relative ease. Money ball nearly went down.
13 points. Final ball won't go. 13, a great score, but I actually expected a little bit more. It seemed like he was knocking down more shots than he did.
I think that's a pretty good number coming out of the gate. These kids got a lot of good shooting guards. Steven Ernst among them. He'll be up next. Pretty solid number posted up by Isaiah Rodriguez with 13. Those money balls are going to be big, and 2 points each. Just an advantage, especially if you get those 2. It's like you knocked in a couple pairs, so it erases some of your mistakes. Here's a guy that really impressed my play-by-play partner, Mario Souza, this week with some of his play, the way he's able to chip in, find some space off the ball. Steven Ernst kind of been coming on at the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. Ooh, there's some butter cheese from the top of the arc.
Oh, money ball rattles its way out. Didn't want to go down, didn't like the taste of the nylon. He continues. The 13 score is intimidating. He has 6 heading into the final rack. Possible 12 if he hits all of them.
Nice follow through, good form. And Steven Ernst going to get to that money ball. Can't get it to go.
Ernst representing that LA Lakers shirt as well, shooting like some of the players on the team.
Ooh, shots fired. Ouch. See what you did there, Levi.
Just a shout out to my Golden State Warriors, NBA champions this year.
Easy. Still getting over it. I'm a Boston Celtics fan, so.
Got it. Well, in that case, I'll talk a little bit more. Here comes Walker Maurer. We actually have 2 Maurers here at the camp. They're brothers, Walker Maurer and Sawyer Maurer. First time for Walker Maurer, second time for Sawyer. And let me tell you, gameplay very similar, but when they're playing against each other, Walker Maurer has an advantage, knowing everything his brother's going to do. And Walker Maurer on offense, he has a little bit more speed, so Sawyer gets off his feet.
Yeah, a little more speed, a little more strength, really heady around the basket. Had a couple 20-point games in this camp. Another kid coming out here shooting in Vans. You see him kind of lumbering over to each rack. No real urgency to get there. Trying to get the first one to drop.
He has a real fluid motion in shooting. It's a one-style shot, but it's probably going to evolve into a 2 motion as he gets older and puts a little more muscle on.
There's the first one. Maybe this one will put a little pep in his step. Actually, it did. You see him kind of, the body language kind of changed, the demeanor, and now he's starting to splash. Okay, Walker.
Continues. Taps the head with the threes. He has 8.
Dome.
Missed the entire first 2 racks, and since then, near perfect. Money ball, the final, no.
He was walking off like he had it in.
Walks off with an air ball, but he puts himself in second behind Isaiah Rodriguez with the 10 spot. We have Dylan Martini, Tumiso Owens, Sawyer Maurer, Rye Atkins, and Nico Kreisberg within the 8, and still 8 more after that.
Tell you what, if Maurer shot that second half of the first half of the rack like he shot that second half, he'd be in the lead right now.
Could have easily got himself to 15.
Here's a kid that could fire from range. Dylan Martini rattles home the first one. One of those bigs that stretch the floor and hit from range. Also plays pretty solid defense on the interior. Trying to find his stroke. Can't get that one to go from the wing.
High school players a little bit cold. They haven't played a game since before dinner, so they really have to warm themselves back up. They were out here a little bit before the contest getting some shots up, but you can't be as consistent warming up when every other player is also warming up. So that may be the reason why these players aren't so hot as you see in the other games.
Yeah, we saw even with Maurer, it took him a little bit to get into the groove. Here Martini's starting to find it. Going to need a big rack to stay in this one.
Has a few seconds left. He's definitely going to get this money ball off.
Oh, he needed it.
8 points for Dylan Martini. He is not going to make it in that second round, unfortunately. So Isaiah Rodriguez, 13 points. Walker Maurer, 10 points. He's currently in second place, and he's right here standing next to us. Mario, you got a question for Walker?
Yeah, Walker, what got you going there at the end of that rack? We saw you got off to a slow start, but how'd you pick up the pace?
I think I just had to get warmed up a little bit. I don't know, because I was kind of like just sitting around doing absolutely nothing. Mm-hmm. So I missed all 10 shots, and then I just locked in.
Do you think 10's going to be enough to keep you in this one?
I mean, probably. We'll see, though, you know.
Tumiso Owens back at it as we get back to the competition. Unable to get, he's got 2 on the first rack. Now with 4, dialing it in from the wing spot. He likes this spot.
Tumiso Owens.
Ooh, perfect rack. Got it. Tumiso Owens, perfect from the wing.
He's looking good. First money ball. Oh, there it is. 10 points.
He must have heard Walker Maurer talking.
And there it is. Knocks out Walker Maurer.
Tumiso put it on a performance. He's still got one more rack, 10 seconds. Will he get to the money ball?
Trying to finish it off. 5 seconds on the clock. He has 15.
He's going to do
Gets it off in time.
Oh, off the back iron.
Misses the last ball, but still with a smile. He has 15 points, which boosts him into the first place spot right in front of Isaiah Rodriguez, who has 13. Tumiso, you're with us right now.
Tumiso Owens making it happen out there, splashing from downtown, doing it all in Crocs, my man, making it happen.
Facts. They said I couldn't wear Crocs, and I said, I'm still wearing Crocs, bro.
Showing them out there.
Help me out.
What a performance by Tumiso Owens. Setting the new mark, taking the lead in the three-point competition at the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
We have Sawyer Maurer now. We saw his brother Walker Maurer. Walker, would you like to join us again one more time while your brother shoots?
Walker Maurer back with us.
Hey, can I sit down? Oh, thank you.
He's going to take a seat and join us here on the broadcast. So got your brother looking to shoot.
Yep.
What kind of performance you think we could see out of Sawyer coming up?
I mean, he's a shooter, so
You shooter?
yeah, he'll knock some down.
Okay, so you got to check him.
Yep,
you guys
there
play
you go,
one-on-one,
there you
right?
go.
There, look at that.
Oh wait, we're not even going.
Oh,
Wait, what's going on? The clock's messed up.
Yeah, I think we got to reset the clock.
Oh my gosh.
So now we got it squared away. Let's see if we get that one back. Tough break. He goes.
Oh, that's what, bruh. Oh,
There
yep.
he rattles home his first one. So what are the one-on-one games like between you and Sawyer? I know you guys be battling out there
Oh,
one-on-one.
I'm always winning.
You're always
winning.
Has it always been that way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I lock in, and he's like smaller than me. I you know. So.
You got to take him down low, play that
Oh my
bully
God.
ball.
He's feeling right now. Oh, he's gonna start with the money ball.
He tried.
Oh,
He
okay.
tried. Couldn't slip that past us.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, he's heating
Yep.
up. You left that
Money
one short.
ball. Nope.
Still plenty of time. You've got 2 racks left. Trying
how
to
much
find
time?
the range. There we go.
20 minutes or 20 seconds. My bad.
20 seconds left.
Come on now.
Mauer from the wing. Gonna need a big.
Bro, wait, is he at 10? Oh, he's definitely beating me. Yep.
Oh, he got past you, Walker.
Damn. No, it's only because I missed the first 10. It's
That
only
slow
that's
start, man. Yeah.
That slow
There's
start
the money
kills
ball. Oh, he thought it was good.
I thought it was green.
It looked good coming out the hands. Great round there by Sawyer. Mauer ends up with 13, puts him in a tie for second place with Isaiah Rodriguez. What'd you think of that round by your brother?
It was a great round. He beat me too, so I gotta give him that.
Yeah, he's got some bragging rights. You might have the one-on-one
Yeah.
advantage, but he got you in the three-point
Exactly.
competition.
I can never shoot good in these 3-point competitions.
I hear you. So thanks for joining us. We'll get
Yep.
it back over to Levi Flores. Special thanks to Walker Mauer.
Yep.
Appreciate you. We got Rye Atkins from Somerville High School. Now you're probably familiar with Levi.
Absolutely. I've known him forever, and he has not always been this tall. He's 6'5", the tallest at the camp. He's,
Wait. You mean in first grade he wasn't 6'5"?
No, he was 6'4", but I mean, it was close enough. And actually, since I've known him forever, we have a new series on NorCal Sports TV called Floor It, where I go around Northern California challenging athletes in their own game. And I had Rye Atkins on as my first guest, and you can go watch that at any time. NorCal Sports TV, Floor It. Just look it up on YouTube. Make sure to watch that for us. But Rye Atkins, in 7th grade, he shot straight up, and by his freshman year, he was 6'3", and he's a great shooter despite the length. Usually bigger men can't shoot the 3 ball until they really practice in the gym time and time again. He's not doing so well right now from what we've seen throughout the games. His first game, he was 4 of 5 from 3-point land, and that was on court number 1 with me there earlier in the week. But right now, he has 25 balls, and he's only knocking down a few.
Yeah, not the performance that we're used to seeing from Rye Atkins, a guy that's very capable from anywhere on the basketball court from putting up points. Couldn't quite lock in the 3-point competition. I don't think that's going to be quite enough to move him on. Okay, Nico coming out with the hat backwards.
Has a little swagger to him.
Yeah.
He looks like someone out of Stranger Things.
Get a little bit of a set shot, but a shooter. Guy definitely capable of doing damage here in the 3-point competition. Woohoo! Butter cheese to start. Oh, just rolled out. DJ Jocelyn playing the jams out there. We're feeling it.
Gives a little momentum to the shooter.
Ooh,
see if they
rattles
can
that
feel
home.
the rhythm, feel the beat.
There it is. Ooh, got it. Big shot there by Kreisberg. He's still in this.
He has 7 points through those 3 racks. 15 the leader, 13 close behind, tied by 2 players.
So, Levi, would you be shooting for that 15 number or that 13 number? What would be in your mind?
Oh, you have to take the lead. If you're out there, you have to make sure you beat that 15. That'll nearly guarantee you a spot in the finals.
Especially with this many shooters still left. Oh, money ball.
It's the money ball. He's going to be 1 point shy of the 13 to get to possibly get in that second round. But, hey, he hit the money ball, and a lot of shooters haven't done that yet so far. But like I was saying, you need to get that 15 mark. You need to go just a little bit further, but a little more on that in just a moment. The second set of 8 shooters right after this. NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. It's the final division, the G League division. It's the high school boys. We saw 8 of them so far, and in the current lead is Tumiso Owens, who has 15. Close behind, we have Sawyer Maurer and Isaiah Rodriguez with 13 apiece, and that could lead us into a 3-person championship round. Or if we have somebody exceed that, or maybe get in between with the 14 number, we'll still be stuck at 2. But right now, Tumiso Owens in that lead. And before the break, Mario Ramos and me, Levi Flores, we're talking about what number you need to aim for. And I say the 15. You have to get that 15 or even more, because with 8 shooters through, if they average that again, you need to make sure you're in that first place mark.
I'm sure you definitely want to shoot as high up the board as you can. Be the leader in the clubhouse. A lot of shooters still left, and it's not 2 separate groups of 8. So between these 16 total shooters, we'll take the top 2 scores. As the Manteca Buffalo, Elijah Nelson trying to get going from the top of the key.
First money ball won't go. He's stuck at 3. He has a nice form, almost a perfect arch.
Super strong kid. Great combo guard. Been really tough to stop, especially when he's got a head of steam going to the bucket.
In the G League division, playing in games, he guards some of the tougher players, and he does a great job defending, not only offensively, but some of the players that have been just known to score buckets on the move. Elijah Nelson stops, but right here, the 3 ball, not necessarily his game tonight, as he only scores 5, excuse me.
Not the shooting performance that he's probably accustomed to. Again, a heck of a player, leading the way out there for the Crews in the G League division. There's a real crafty point guard. Plays on a team that has a lot of height in the Vipers. And really gets them in their sets. One game he erupted for 21 points. A guy that could definitely fill it up. As you see, got some butter cheese to start. That one looks good too. High arcing shot for Mason Williams.
Now this is a guy that we're definitely going to have to get over here and ask a few questions to, especially with the team that he's on.
Oh, butter cheese.
Top rack, he has 4 through 2, averaging 2 made baskets per rack. Really needs that money ball. It comes into play big, doubling up on 1 shot. Here it is. Looks good. No.
Especially with the scores being what they are, those money balls are almost mandatory if you want to move on to the next round.
He's loving those wings. He has 8. He needs 5, which is just missing 1, so he needs to be perfect. Unfortunate for Mason Williams, especially if he knocks down this. Oh, no. I feel very bad for Mason Williams. Just that one miss that forced him out of a possible finals. And we're going to bring Mason Williams over here, ask him a few questions. Mason Williams, you had 12 points in your round at the three-point contest. You were just 1 point shy. You needed a perfect rack on that final one, but just missing that one ball made you miss the second round. How do you feel right now?
I just try to shoot how I usually do, try to stay in my rhythm, but, you can't always beat all of them. Some of these guys are really good shooters, so it's tough. And
now I had one specific question to ask for you. You're on a team with Rye Atkins and Colton Fox with Coach Dante Washington, and you guys put together a very well-rounded team. You have two big guys, but you're the main point guard. How do you do it with those two big guys and you're the main lead in the team?
Really, we got some pretty good picks with our height, and I just try to find them down low a lot. And I'm not afraid to shoot those because I know they always got the boards for me.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me. We're going to bring Mario Ramos back on. Good luck in the rest of your competition throughout the rest of the week.
All right, thank you.
Currently shooting Joseph Speedman. He has currently 4 points. And Mario, what I was asking Mason Williams is mostly about his team throughout the week. He has the two biggest men in the camp along with him, standing at 6'5" and 6'3", and he's the point guard, and he's leading this team, trying to get them open buckets, score, and pass the ball. And from what you've seen, he does a very great job at the point guard position. Don't you agree?
Oh, he's doing a great job getting them into their sets. Again, providing some offense at times too. So not just taking care of the basketball, at times taking over the ball game. Another guy is capable of taking over ball games, Joseph Spielman. Not quite the performance we're used to seeing from him. Only had 5 in that round. A guy that's had a 30-point game at camp, a couple 20-point games. Dude that can straight fill it up. And Spielman just a little bit short. That's going to bring up Ray Shop.
Shop, an unselfish offensive player, always gives it up to the man that's open, whether he's open or not. He always gives up the ball, and it's really the first time I've seen him shoot. That's the most I've seen him shoot at one time the entire camp.
He knocked down a 3 earlier in G League play down here in the gym. Not too many opportunities, but when he's getting open, he's been effective. Got a little bit of a slingshot. Reminds me of my dad's shot. What up, Pops? Shout out to my dad.
Ray Shop is also the main defender on Colton Fox when he does play that big man-centered team. And he's probably about 5'8", 5'9", and he does a great job defending the 6'3" guy who's posted 20 and 20 in a game through the first day of camp.
There's some butter cheese from the wing. He's got a nice form, good follow through. A lot of these misses are straight. You just got to dial in the range. There's one right there.
Only has a few seconds left on the clock. Let's hope he gets to 5. It's just a number that you'd like to hit, one on each rack. Oh, and he does so. There's the 5. Don't want to go through one entire rack, missing all of them. So Ray Shop will end with 5, and we have a few more players still to go. Landon Camacho, Braden Bowersox, and Oriam Bissett. Through those final players, you think any are going to hit that 13?
Oriam Bissett's my pick to click. He's a guy that I liked coming into this competition. I know he's still out there. So still got my cards on the table. And I think he's going to put on a performance that'll get him into the next round.
I've played some pickup basketball with him. Being from Somerville High, playing with him a few times along with Coach Claude Parkin, who's also here at the camp. I do agree. He might be a sleeper because he's also an unselfish player, point guard, and he can shoot the lights out if he wants to. And this is the time that he really wants to. He's in the competition.
Yeah, he's part of that 3-headed attack on the Legends with Walker Maurer, Joseph Spielman. Here's Landon Camacho. He got the money ball to go. He's got 5. He's going to need to pick up the pace around the final couple racks.
Releasing the ball very, very quickly. Most players have 30 seconds left about when they're midway through the top rack. He has 30 seconds left in the final 2 racks.
Yeah, he's flying through this.
And doing well, releasing fast.
Oh, money ball short.
1 of 2 on the money balls, and he finishes with 9. So now, and we have another player I forgot to mention, Colton Fox. He's posted 20-point games multiple times the 6'3" man out of Somerville as well. We got 3 Somerville Bears here at the camp. And he could be a sleeper, too. I've seen him streaky in the gym, knocking down threes.
Yeah, guy's done a lot of his damage down on the block. We'll see how he does from behind the three-point line. As we have a clock issue, so we'll try to get the clock figured out before Braden Bowersox gets his shot off. Bowersox, another one of those big men, kind of like those new big men in the NBA. That stretch the floor, shoot the three, still guard the post, can guard a guard as well. Very versatile piece out there on the court. Bit of a set shot, and he's set, ready to go. Actually, that was just a warm-up shot.
It's kind of a miniature Chet Holmgren, if you will.
Yeah, similar physique. As I don't think the clock has started, but Bowersox just splashed the last 2 shots he's taken. You wish you could bottle that and save that for the competition. All right, now we're ready to go.
This is the older of the Bowersox. We saw Blake Bowersox in the NBA. Now we have Braden Bowersox of the G League.
You see him make an adjustment. He missed out to the right. He's followed through his form, making sure that he's finishing at the rim. That's important to note, too. You have to make an adjustment out here. You mentioned you're sitting off to the side. You haven't shot in a while. So the quicker you can adjust, the better off you're going to be in a competition like this.
I'm going to make a kind of an odd analogous here, but with the length that Braden Bowersox has on his arms, a little bit of motion off to either side when he's making his line is going to make the ball go a lot farther off the line that he wants. With smaller players, that's why they're so good at shooting deeper balls, is because they can have the line a lot easier. But for him, just that length of the arm makes it move that much further off where he can't be as consistent. Although he's showing that he could be consistent as he put 9 points up through all 5 racks.
Yeah, repeat camper here at NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp. A kid whose game, like we mentioned, has really stepped up from the last time we've seen him. Heck of a ball player, and Braden Bowersox just a little short in the three-point competition.
So now we head to your favorite from the Final 5, Oriam Bissett.
Let's go, Oriam.
And a multi-sport athlete, also plays football for the Bears, the best receiver on JV, and we'll also be broadcasting a few of those games this fall, so tune in to Somerville Bear football with me, Levi Flores, and my father, Justin.
After a bit of a slow start on this rack, trying to dial it in. See if he could get one. That one's short. The guy that's putting a lot of time on his own. You always see him out there taking extra shots on the outdoor courts. Hopefully he left some legs for this competition. Struggling here to start. There's some butter cheese.
One of the games earlier, me along with Jeremy Hurtado, he said it's the 3rd day of camp, and this is when the legs start getting tired, and probably the most tired through the week. When you get to Thursday, you say, hey, we need to get ready for tomorrow, so let's put ourselves together. And by Friday, you wake up early, you get those championship games done, and you're finishing off the week on that strong note. So tonight, some of the players might be a little tired, just like Jeremy Hurtado said.
Yeah, no doubt. Day chock full of basketball drills. They had NBA coach Akachi Okogu out here putting the players through ball handling drills, footwork with the legend Denny I. Busy day at the NCSTV Summer Basketball Camp.
7 points for Oriam Bissett, which only leaves one, Colton Fox. And right now the leading scorers when we go back to Miso Owens, Isaiah Rodriguez, putting up all the scores currently. Like I said, we have Tumiso Owens at 15, Sawyer Maurer at 13, Isaiah Rodriguez at 13, and Mason Williams just missed the cut with that one. But it seemed that that first round of 8 was really the big shots, but maybe Colton Fox can be the one from the second set of 8 that could make it into the championship round.
We're about to find out. Colton trying to fire from beyond the three-point line. First one well short. That one hits the front iron. And the legs coming into play here. See if he can get it over the rim. There it is. Oh, lost the handle. That's going to cost him a couple seconds.
Especially hurts when you miss the shot. 1 on the first rack. He shoots rather high. He shoots on top of his forehead, which gets the ball out of reach of most guards and smaller players. Good for him, especially when you have the power to do so, and he certainly does. He now has 3.
We've seen him utilize that form down in the block, really taking his time, turn and firing. He knows the shot's not going to get blocked. No one out here is able to contest. There's the wedgie.
Money ball goes through.
Ball.
Wow, Colton Fox not fazed by the lack of extra help that he could have got from the backboard. Just splashing that one right through, nothing but net. He only has 10 seconds for the few final balls. He's not going to make it no matter how many he hits of these last ones, but he can just add a few more points and say, this is how many I got within that time.
That one will count.
We'll give him 7 just because it's not going to send him there anyway. So in the end, we're sending 3 to the championship round. We have Tumiso Owens currently at 1, so he will go very last. We have Sawyer Maurer, and we also have Isaiah Rodriguez. And a little fun fact for you, Tumiso Owens and Sawyer Maurer, teammates in middle school.
Yeah, these guys been hanging around out here at the Sierra Outdoor School. They're going to come back and get ready for this final round as we take a break. Get back to it at the three-point competition. It's the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp.
Top 3 shooters at the ready. It's Sawyer Maurer first, Isaiah Rodriguez second, and Tumiso Owens, who is the leading scorer with 15 of the possible 27, who will go third and last. Sawyer Maurer, he started off a little slow, then really picked it up on that second rack. I believe he was the first shooter to also have a perfect rack, all 5 being knocked down.
Owens also had a rack. I'm not sure who went first, but Owens also perfect from this wing that Maurer's on right now. As you mentioned earlier, the scores reset at this stage. So Maurer trying to set the bar, hoping this round's going to be enough.
Out of these 3 shooters, Isaiah Rodriguez went first. Tumiso Owens, you're right, he went second, and Sawyer Maurer went third. And Rodriguez and Maurer tying up at that 13, Owens at 15, and Sawyer right now lacking a little bit, not showing the same numbers that he did in that first round. Really got hot in those top 3 racks, but he can still get that same score that he did previously if he knocks all of these down.
A couple tough luck misses there that rattled out.
Final ball for a possible 11.
Oh!
No. Sawyer Maurer gonna end with 9 in his second round. He had 13 in the first one, ends with 9. And Mario Ramos, you have a question for Sawyer now.
Hey Sawyer, how you feeling after 2 rounds and a long day of a lot of individual drills? How the legs feeling?
Well, my legs, they're tired. I'm tired. I'm kind of disappointed for only getting 9, but I mean, you never know. I could still win.
It's true. Scores reset. Rodriguez starts the first rack with 3. It's got to feel good though, getting more than your brother though, right?
Yeah.
He's out over here. He was talking about you guys doing battle one-on-one. So bragging rights came down to the 3-point competition.
Yep.
Looks like you got the better of him.
Yep.
Well, what do you think is the key to being successful in a competition like this?
Just to remain calm and do what you do best. Relax.
What do you see from Isaiah Rodriguez? What does he do best on his shot?
I mean, he's a consistent shooter. Once he makes one, he's gonna make a bunch in a row. But if he gets cold, he stays cold.
Gotcha. Streaky shooter. A good shooter takes a good shooter to no one.
He beat me.
Oh! Isaiah Rodriguez stepping up, taking the lead, climbing ahead of Sawyer Maurer. He's got 12 in the final round to put him in first place in the three-point contest. Sawyer, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
The final shooter, the one who was in first in the first round, he had 15. He outscored the other two by 2, and he looks to just do that by 1 this time. That's all he needs. As he starts it off with 1, adds an extra in that first rack.
Yeah, this is getting serious. He's got the Crocs in sports mode. He's ready to go. Oh, he's going to need to lock in. This was the rack where he was perfect. Hasn't got one to go yet. There it is.
Finally rattles one through. All it can take is 1 rack to get him going. He doesn't need much. It could be this top rack, which also includes the money ball.
That one's good. Here we go. Oh, I thought that was in.
Money ball, yes.
Cheese.
That's going to be big. He only needs 5 to tie. 23 seconds.
Oh, Rodriguez watching in anticipation. He thinks he might be able to get this one.
Knocks down another and another. That's 9 points. 10. 11 to tie. No.
Oh,
for the win. Tamiso Owens falls short in the long run. Won the first round, made his way in, but Isaiah Rodriguez, your three-point contest champion of the G League division at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp. Rodriguez will come over. He only had 13 in the first round, which is too shy. Gets even less in the second round, but it's just enough to take the victory and take the lead. Rodriguez, you're with me now. You had a fantastic round. Both sides, 13. You barely made the cut there in that first round. You were down by 2 to Tamiso Owens, but then that second round, you got 1 less than before. Were you a little nervous in that second round?
Yes, I was very nervous.
And then in that first round, 13 points. You actually led basically the entire way. You had 13. Tamiso was the only one who beat it. Sawyer Maurer tied you up. A few people were close with 12. What went through your mind in the first round when you shot first and you had to set the tone for everyone else?
Just try not to miss, and it worked.
And it worked. Who's your inspiration from the 3-ball? Why do you shoot so often, and how do you make it so often, too?
My dad. My dad used to play basketball, and he didn't make it, so I want to.
Got it. And who, just for basketball in general, too, I believe your dad is going to be the same answer, but do you have any words for your dad?
I love him, and he's taught me everything, and yeah.
Do you have any words for all the other campers, the people watching at home?
Just work hard, and you'll get it.
And I believe DJ Jocelyn is playing We Are the Champions for you. You enjoy this song?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you're going to hear it plenty more times. Congratulations on your victory once again. Our G League Division champion of the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp 3-point contest. Good job, man. That'll do it for us at the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp 3-point contest. Make sure to rewatch, go back, see the other divisions that you may have missed prior, the NBA, the D League, and once again the G League with Isaiah Rodriguez. See the thrilling finish one more time before you go to bed tonight. Get a little more energy. Well, until next time, Levi Flores, Mario Ramos, thanks to Luis Rangel, our producer, and the rest of our NorCal Sports TV crew. See you next time from the NorCal Sports TV Summer Basketball Camp.